Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to what is going to be either my last upload of 2021 or my first upload of 2022. I'm not sure when I'll be able to upload this, but either way, what we'll be doing in this video is we're going to be recapping 2021. So we'll be taking a look back at everything that happened. Well, okay, not everything that happened, but I will be going through what are some of my highlights of the month, of the year. Look at me, already lost in the sauce. I will be taking a look back at all the highlights of the year, and I'm just going to be telling you my best player for 2021 for FC Barcelona, the best match 2021, best moment, the most improved player in 2021, as well as other categories like best youngster, which was very, very difficult, worst match, which was very, very difficult as well, and most disappointing player, which wasn't very difficult, as well as worst moment. So that's basically what I'm going to do in this video. I'm just going to take you through all those things, and if this is your first time here, please don't forget to hit like and to hit subscribe. I will also be uploading my December player of the month, or maybe I should just, you know what, we're just going to mix it. I just made this executive decision right now. I will also give you my December player of the month in this video, just so I don't have to, upload a December video after I've done a 2021 video. It's probably going to feel weird since December is in 2021, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about my worst moment of 2021. And this one, like I said, was pretty difficult because 2021, it had a lot of L's. It had a lot of low moments for FC Barcelona. A lot of trashy things happened. But I think that without a doubt, we can all agree that the worst moment of 2021 was Lionel Messi leaving. Yeah, without a doubt. Like, I don't know what else you could pick. Of course, there are quite a few, like, watching Fati struggle with the injuries once again, all that kind of stuff, and the debts, all that debt Barcelona has been reported to be owing, over 1 billion euros and all that kind of stuff. There's been a lot of sucky things that have happened, but I think without a doubt the worst moment was Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona, and just that press conference where we had to watch him crying and he was bawling out his eye. Yeah, that's definitely the worst moment. Not just, from a sporting point of view, in that, we, as a sporting franchise, lost arguably the best ever player in the history of the game. But losing Messi is definitely what ranks as the worst moment for 2021. Anyway, let me move on because I don't want to take too much time on this, because I don't want this to be too long of an upload. But my next category is the most disappointing player, and man, this is a challenging one. We've had quite a few players who have been very disappointing in 2021 as a whole for different reasons. Obviously, you've got names like Ousmane Dembele, you've got names like Philippe Coutinho, you've got names like Samuel Umtiti, and recently, for me at least, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, just performance-wise. Clay Malongley, I think he had one of the worst 2021s for any of our players. But I think from all of these, the most disappointing just has to be Philippe Coutinho. And it's not even anything personal against the guy, but it's just, considering how much we spent on him, considering the reputation, considering how many different managers have actually tried to work with him and to incorporate him into what they're doing, and also considering just how much of 2021 he missed through injury. I think Philippe Coutinho for me is the most disappointing player. From then, we shall move on to what was the most competitive category for me, and second most competitive, the worst match. This was a difficult one to just whittle down to one. I mean, where do I even start? 2021 has had some pretty disappointing and pretty shocking results. We're looking at the defeat to Rayo, the one which finally got Koeman sacked, and even prior to that, again, we're looking at that 3-0 defeat to Benfica. Then there's, of course, the 3-0 defeat to Bayern as well. But you know what? If we're going to look at worst match, I think that without a doubt, worst match for 2021 has to go to the 3-0 defeat at Benfica. Simply because of how much of our season has been ruined or has been defined by that loss. The Rayo loss, it's not really one that you think is going to hurt us too much come the end of the season. We'll have to wait and see, of course, if we can beat Rayo at home. If not, then maybe, we might just miss out on top 4 because of that. But because that's not going to happen until 2022, May or June, I'm still going to go with the worst match of 2021 being the 3-0 loss to Benfica, just simply because that's the match which condemned us to the Europa League. I think even just as soon as I was reviewing that match, I mentioned the fact that, we're pretty much screwed now. Worst match of 2021, Barcelona 0, Benfica 3. The next category, which was the most competitive, was Best Youngster. Now, it speaks volumes, the fact that this was the most competitive category for Barcelona, and the volumes of which it speaks is on how good the quality of young players are at Barcelona, how good the youngsters have been in 2021. I mean, look at this, man. Ronald Araujo, Pedri, Gavi, Nico Gonzalez. We've got the likes of Alejandro Balde, Eric Garcia as well coming through, Serginho Dest, and of course Ansu Fati. There's a plethora of quality youngsters to choose from, and it's made the decision very, very difficult. So, best youngster of 2021, it had to be a 3-way tie. I am sorry, I could not choose, okay? Bite me, fight me, whatever you want to do, but I had it as a 3-way tie between Gavi, Pedri, and Ansu Fati, and simply because each of these 3 kids has shown exactly why they are very, very important to Barcelona in 2021. And I actually feel bad here that I'm leaving out Ronald Araujo, but I'm going to justify it by saying, you know what, he's 22 and the other guys, they're all teenagers. Moving on, I'm going to talk about the most improved player of 2021. And this one was really a difficult category, because who do I honestly think played better in 2021 than they did in 2020? It's going to be very, very divisive probably for some people for me to say this, but I'm going with Ousmane Dembele. 2020, we all know how 2020 was like for Dembele. He barely kicked a ball. And we came into 2021 and, well, he's more or less become one of the more crucial players for FC Barcelona. And of course, his performance levels have been better than they were in 2020. So you can see why I said it's a bit divisive, because he is a quality player and you expect a lot better than most improved player of 2021 from your second most expensive signing of all time. But that's really what he has been. And go ahead in the comments and let me know who else you think is more fitting for that title. But for me, I'm going with Ousmane Dembele. Finally, next up, we are going to come to the best moment of 2021. And boy, there are just so few to choose from. And there's probably just like a handful of things that you could pick on. I mean, if I had to pick which moments are in contention here, it's definitely the re-election of Laporta, the winning of the Copa del Rey. It's been pretty, 2021. Let's not do this again, FC Barcelona. Give us more moments to pick from, please. So out of all this, the Copa del Rey final and Joan Laporta's return, I will go with Joan Laporta's return just because of how much of a different energy it has ended up bringing to the club. Things like managers no longer getting away with the players being mediocre or expecting the players to be mediocre, and just some semblance of normalcy in as far as trusting La Masia, which we all knew needed to be done, but wasn't really being done much under Bartomeu. And of course, just getting Bartomeu out of this club, that's why this ranks high. It's not so much that Laporta returned, but it's that we finally got rid of Josep Maria Bartomeu. And so that's definitely the best moment. And now we come to the penultimate category of this 2021 recap, which is the best match of 2021. And with this one, it was, I will not deny, it was a bit tricky to pick here because there were a couple of matches which came to mind, but ultimately I think there was really just one which I thought, nah, this was the moment, just simply because of opponent, the occasion, the venue as well. It was Barcelona away at Real Sociedad with a 6-1 win. And I think that was a match that we saw the best of Dest, we saw the best of Dembele, we saw the best of Frankie, of Busquets, of Jordi Alba, and of course Lionel Messi wasn't going to miss out on the party either. It was the most deceitful performance Barcelona has put on in 2021, and the reason why it was so deceitful is because it was so damn good. And we went from that performance to the one where we lost to Real Madrid at Valdebebas or whatever that place is called. And it was just like, look, it was the best moment, and it was also the moment that sold us the most dreams, because I mean, after that match we were seeing people with threads on Twitter talking about Koeman ball, and I just kept on thinking, guys, relax, we're going into an international break, let's see how things go after the break. And as usual, Barcelona after the international break is always a car crash. And well, best match still goes to Sociedad 1, FC Barcelona 6. Finally, we get to talking about the best player of 2021. And man, that was hard. But to put my decision in context, we are first going to have to talk about the best performers in December. So December 2021, it was a year, it was one of those months. It was when Barcelona was finally condemned to Europa League thanks to a 3-0 loss to Bayern Munich. There were some encouraging performances. There was a draw at Osasuna, which we really should have won. Then there was the match at home, which we finally did win, which was against Elche, 3-2 win there. And finally, we rounded off December with a 1-1 draw against Sevilla. So in December, I would have to say the guys who stood out for me, it was all youngsters as well as Dembele. So basically, I had Dembele, I had Abde, I had Nico, and I had Gavi as my best performers in December 2021. And my player of the month, I think it was pretty hard, but I had to go with Gavi just simply because of that virtuoso performance we saw from him against Elche, which was off the back of another spectacular performance against Osasuna, where he was our playmaker, he was our left back, he was a tough tackling midfielder winning the ball back. It was just crazy, the range he showed in that match. And then to follow that up with the performance against Elche, which was just spectacular. And yeah, I had Gavi as Barcelona's December player of the month. And now we roll into talking about Barcelona's best player in 2021. And obviously it was Lionel Messi, because who are we kidding? Like, just look at the stats. Look at what he did in 2021 in a Barcelona jersey. I mean, a lot of noise was made about the fact that he's only got, one league goal on holiday in France. And, everyone's like, whoa, how are you going to give the Ballon d'Or to a guy who did that? And of course, they just conveniently ignored everything he did in 2021 for Barcelona, which was freaking spectacular. All right. And obviously, I miss that guy. And I mean, who doesn't? FC Barcelona, without a doubt, Barca's best player in 2021. I had a little list though of who else I thought was in contention for that title of best player of 2021. But at the end of the day, best player of 2021 for FC Barcelona is Lionel Messi. And that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say, is that. That is my 2021 recap. That is what I think about how the year went and who I think was the best player for 2021, best moment, all of that. This has ended up being as long as I feared it would be, but I guess it's my last upload of 2021 or my first one of 2022. I don't know when I'll upload this again, so it's probably good for it to be this long. All right, just I hope I didn't lose you at some point. If I did lose you, sorry, and if I didn't, thank you very much for tuning in and for watching this long. I will see you soon, because FC Barcelona will be returning to action against Mallorca, and we'll do the coverage for that matchup. But otherwise, thank you once again for tuning in. Have a great day. Happy New Year. And as usual, Forza Barca.